All right. So to continue on what we started, or what we've done is to also code the age as well. One for 18 to 31, as you can see here. All right. So let's quickly go to the data is ready to come into SPSS now. But in our Excel file, we still have it as text, and we need to transform it to Control H. We need to transform it to values so that SPSS can recognize it. All right, so I've done some things before, so I'll just, so for 46 and above, you can write it in, substitute it with 3, so replace all, and for 32 to 45, substitute with 2 and replace all. All right, and for 18 to 31, sorry, replace with 1, replace all. So we have values all through there. For knowledge, lacks knowledge and sufficient knowledge, we have lacks knowledge is 1, replace all. Then sufficient knowledge was coded with 2 in the SPSS, so we are replacing it here. And for the both perceptions, they are negative. So negative was 1, replace all. Then positive is 2, is 2, replace all. Then here we have good knowledge as 2, good knowledge as 2. Okay, then poor knowledge as 1. Poor knowledge as 1. Now, having done this, the whole data is ready to be transferred into SPSS. So I highlighted and I'm pasting it here. Okay, so because I'm under labels, so if I should put, this is what I pasted. So SPSS, because of what we've coded in the value labels, it's able to see it for what it is for their labels. So if we check the value labels here, you can see them. All right, quickly we go through analyze descriptive statistics. The first thing to do is to check all descriptives, selecting bar charts and percentages. So we won't be able to use any other statistics here because it's categorical variables. They are all nominal variables. All right, so let me close this guy. Don't save. All right. Okay, so here we have. We can't use any other statistics as explained in previous videos because it's nominal variables. All we can do is bar charts and percentages. You can leave it as frequencies if you want. Then okay, so we have no missing values. Okay, there's a missing value here in diabetes. We'll go and check that out. So you can see the descriptions. Let's check for knowledge on diabetes. Is it okay? So let's call that 1. Okay, that's not ethical, or just for the sake of this video. All right. So somewhere in the SPSS series, we've also talked on working on missing values, also on the starter series as well. Okay, so now let's go straight to chi-square analysis, frequencies. Oh no, not frequencies this time around. Crosstabs, descriptives, crosstabs. Okay, so I'm going to reset this. Now, my row, I have to be careful now because I want to interpret the what's it called, the odds ratio. So when you have to know what is most likely to cause something, what is going to be the influencer of another. So for knowledge, in the case of knowledge and perception, let's assume knowledge is going to be influencing, so that's why we are going to put knowledge as row header, for the rows, and while perception is going to be the column. All right, so statistics, we have chi-square. We're not interested in correlations. That's Spearman. You can also pick that. So for the odds ratio, select risk and OK. Then display clustered bar charts. Let's check cells. Again, row and OK. Then OK. So we have, so let's interpret the, this is a cross tab. So the percentage is in rows. So we say among poor people who have poor knowledge of hypertension, 88% of them have negative perception. Yeah, which is expected. Then 12% has positive expectation. And here, among people who have good knowledge, 72% still had negative perception, while 27 has blah blah blah. So looking at the Pearson chi-square, the value is 7.3 and it is significant. You can see it 0.007, which is smaller than 0.05. So it's significant. So we say there's indeed a relationship between knowledge of perception and knowledge of hypertension and perception of hypertension. Now this is a chi-square. You can see here odds ratio for knowledge on hypertension. That's so poor over good. Poor was coded. So for odds ratio, your odds ratio analysis starts from when you are coding the responses. So if you're interested in looking at interpreting your result as good, compared to poor, then you would make the good to come first, then the poor to be coded as 2. All right. So we say that among people who have poor knowledge on hypertension are 2.738 times likely to have negative outcome. That's perception. To have negative, again, for the perception, which is the dependent variable, what is being predicted. If we're interested in people having negative, we put negative first. And in the coding, then if we're interested in the likelihood of people having good perception, then we'll put good perception coded as 1, right? So so here we interpret that people with poor knowledge, responded with poor knowledge on hypertension are 2.738 times, times more likely to have negative perception than or when compared with people with good knowledge. All right, so that's all you need to interpret for. You can also, in your interpretation, you can also state the lower confidence interval and the upper confidence interval. That means the least it can be is 1.3 and the highest it can be is 5.7. That's for this value. All right, so people with poor knowledge on hypertension are 2.7 times more likely to have negative perception on the outcome. That's negative outcome, negative perception of hypertension. It can be confusing when compared to good people with good knowledge of hypertension. What this means is that the better the knowledge on hypertension you have, the more likely you have a good good disposition or perception towards hypertension. While people with poor knowledge are more likely to have negative perception or wrong perception on hypertension. So that is on. Then the bar chart is also displayed here. You can see negative, higher in both, while for good knowledge, we have more people with positive than, or more percentages with positive than those within the poor knowledge category. All right, so that's it on odds ratio. For your practice, you can try the other one, knowledge of diabetes, knowledge and perception of diabetes as well. You can try that, and I'm sure you get it if you follow the process. Thank you for staying with us, and this is the end of chi-square for now. The first video was on chi-square without odds ratio, the ones that have 3 values, while this is on chi-square with odds ratio. Don't forget to like all our videos and subscribe to our channel. Then follow us on all of our social media handles. And see you in the next video. Thank you.